The first issue with respect to inflation, if we look at the last 4 business cycles, inflation late in the cycle was falling and did exactly what it's done in this cycle. So not only are the Fed's forecast models broken today, they've been broken for the last 25 years. But there's no doubt that the inflation outcome is going to be very important, because if you look at what markets are pricing, markets have almost given up the idea of much further Fed tightening. There's only one hike priced in between now and the end of next year. So I think that what Yellen has to say is kind of important, because the markets are simply not believing that the Fed will be able to carry through with the amount of tightening that they're talking about.
It's interesting, the topic of her speech does give her cover to express concern about asset prices here. And we've had a terrific run. I mean, how constructive are you that we will see further gains here for dollar-based assets and for Asian markets?
Well, I'm not that constructive on the US dollar. I mean, if you look at a chart of the dollar, we're sitting on a pretty key support level. You know, and it'll be very interesting tonight. The speech from Yellen is about financial stability. US corporate debt to GDP ratio is back above where it was at previous cycle peaks. So I think, you know, generally investors are of the view that the US markets have had the best of it. And I still think over the next little while at least, you're going to see more money coming out to Asia. Yeah. Simply because of the relative valuations and because we have more scope for a stronger credit cycle. You know, I think if the Fed is going to push ahead with balance sheet reduction, which it looks like they're going to, you know, with the debt to GDP ratio we have in the corporate sector, you know, that's going to start to affect, you know, the US economy. You know, you look at key areas like housing that Oriel just mentioned, look at the auto sector where GM's inventories are sitting at over 100 days. This is not a very strong economy, you know.